Welcome to the Young Pro Show. My name is David, and our special guest here with us on the show is Curtis Shaw, who is an incredible artist and does absolutely amazing work. And he's going to share with all of you creative people out there how you can go ahead and unleash your creative potential and turn it into a business where you can then become profitable. So, Curtis, why don't you first tell us a little story about where this began? Where did the inspiration to create these beautiful pieces really come from? And then tell us a little bit about what this is.
Well, these origami earrings came from my love for doing origami, paper folding, and I've been doing that about 10 years now. And after the first 5 years of folding, I wanted to start selling my origami. So I'd fold these really cool scorpions, unicorns, and try to sell those. And those would take me 5 hours to fold one.
Wow.
And I thought, I spend more time on it, people are going to pay more. But it didn't really work that way when I was trying to sell these time-consuming projects. People didn't want to pay 6 hours worth of time. And eventually I figured out when I started making these little earrings with little origami birds on them that people just like a taste of the idea of origami in the product. And also that it be something practical such as jewelry that can be worn.
Very cool. Very interesting. That concept of what you just said not only applies, to art, but it can apply to everything. And that is that a lot of us get confused as entrepreneurs, as artists, as people, thinking that the more time we put into something, the more money that we're going to make with that something. But the truth is that is not necessarily always the case. And, we've been programmed to think like that because we go work at a job, and the more time that we spend working at a job, the more money that we're going to make. But when you start doing things on your own, you could then realize that a smaller amount of effort could bring more value than the large amount of time that you were investing originally in your big origami pieces that weren't necessarily selling as well. Now, where did the idea speak in to make jewelry that has origami in it? Because I've never seen that before I met you, ever before. So where did that come from?
I went down to New York, Manhattan, on 3 different occasions to go to origami conventions, annual conventions. And I wasn't selling down there. I'd go down there to learn and took classes and bought some awesome paper. But there were booths. People paid to have a booth to sell their origami. And second time there, third time there, I realized the people who are selling origami, none of them are selling big origami sculptures. They're all selling small magnets, brooches, jewelry. And that kind of got me in the thinking maybe I'm going to try that. So I bought a book on origami jewelry.
Wow.
And I got a few tips from one of the artists down in New York. Told me what he uses to put the strong finish on his little magnets, and I bought some of his magnets. They're beautiful. He told me the product to use. I came back to Ottawa, used my book a little bit, used the material that he said, and before long I was making these earrings, and they sold. And I thought, I didn't put as much time into it, and people want to buy it.
Interesting. So now, you didn't know originally how to make these pieces when you saw them. However, you took the time to go learn from the people who have already done it to then make it yourself.
Yeah, so my earrings, I didn't see exactly these earrings when I was in New York. It was just the finish. I guess I checked how small I could fold the birds and put together what I thought would be aesthetically
Right.
pleasing.
And then you added your own creative twist to what you were already seeing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. You know, for the artists that are out there that are watching this right now, or for really anybody that is out there that is watching this right now, Curtis, what you're doing, what you did is absolutely amazing. And there's a value point in what you're doing. And that's you are learning and you took the information from the people who have already done something similar to what you were doing, learned from them, and then made it happen yourself. See, a lot of the time, entrepreneurs, artists will get stuck in the sense that we will not know how to get something done, and because we don't know how to get something done, we'll not do it. But when we're in that situation, if we look out for the other people that have done it and we learn from them, we could actually make something happen. Now, when you created these pieces, did you know how you were going to sell them, or did you just kind of go ahead and start doing it?
I've been part of a few different artists collectives in Ottawa, and we would have booths. It started off being indoor shows, but over the years we've been in outdoor shows as well, sharing booths, and that's where I'd sell my product.
Wow. And did you have a lot of success at first, or was it a slow start?
It was a slow start.
Okay. How long did it take you to sell your first piece?
Oh, my first pairs of earrings?
Yeah.
I sold maybe anywhere 3 to 5 pairs per show.
Wow, awesome. And how long would you be at a show?
6-hour shows.
Okay. Wow. So you were dedicated. You were only selling, 5 to 6 pairs at a show, but you continually went to these shows. How many shows did you go to?
I say sometimes 3 in a summer.
Wow, okay.
2 or 3 in a summer, and
Wow.
this has been over maybe 4 summers.
Wow. Now, so you've been a part of our Young Pros Build a Business competition, where you had the opportunity to create a Shopify store for free and then sell your beautiful art pieces on the Shopify store throughout the entire month. In this month, have you made the most sales than you've ever done in a month's period of time?
Yes, I have.
Okay, and I want to talk about that for a second, because how long have you been selling these origami jewelry for?
I think maybe the first pair I made 5-6 years ago.
5-6 years ago.
I've improved
Wow.
over the.
Of course.
I think in the last few years I've brought it together and made them, all of them, the metal work, all the
Right.
work be a bit cleaner than the ones that I was making 5-6 years ago.
You've been constantly improving and thinking about how you could do what you're doing better.
Yes.
Have you ever thought about giving up, or was that never even crossed your mind?
Giving up making these, giving up origami or my art, would never think about that. I might think putting it aside for 6 months or a year if I have school to concentrate on, something else that's important to concentrate on, but not giving it up.
You would
no.
never stop your passion and what you really love to do.
No.
And why would you, right? Why would you? And that goes to anybody that is out there. Why would you ever stop doing what you love to do and what you are really, really passionate about? Because it's close to your heart. You're here on this planet for a purpose, and you're here for a reason. So take that reason and take that purpose and inject that passion into the work that you do, because that is what's really going to pay off. And I love, Curtis, that you spent 5 to 6 years selling these. And although you were seeing success, you weren't seeing a whole lot of success. But you didn't give up, and you didn't even think about giving up. You kept going, and you kept going consistently, and now you've just had the most sales that you've ever done in a 30-day period of time without that you've done within the 5-6 years that you've been selling the origami. Has it been a learning process for you? And now what's next for you, Curtis? Do you have a vision for where you want to be going next with these?
Continuing on with my Shopify store. This is my first month having an online store, something I've wanted to do for a long time. I talk with other artists, and we're often lost. Where do you start with online marketing?
Right.
This has been a great introduction for me, and to continue with this for the next months to see how I can keep it going. I don't mean stopping after a few months, but I won't look ahead years. I just right now looking ahead a few months.
You'll focus on what you have to do right now to make your business better and what you can do today. That's really important, Curtis, because why? It's not necessary to get caught up into what your 3 to 5 year plan is. And although it's important to think about that and know kind of where you want to be and know you want to be bigger, sometimes a lot of us get caught up in that end goal. And we forget that it starts here and now today. But would you agree that really the main focus is what could I do right now to improve my business, and what could I do right now to make things better for my business today rather than 5 years down the line?
Yeah, for me, it's in the present, and it's not certain of how it's gonna go in the near future.
Right, 'cause we never know. There's always uncertainty. There's always things that may come up, things that may happen, and that's okay. That life's gonna steer us in different directions. All we need to worry about, for you guys that are out there, you're artists, entrepreneurs, worry about starting. You don't need to worry about the unexpected turns that life might take. You don't need to know about the unknowingness that life may throw into you. All you need to think about is where can you go right now, and where can you bring your art and your creativity and your business and your passion into your life right now. So Curtis, what advice would you give to the artists that are out there, the creative ones, the people who aren't too sure where they're going to go about doing what you've done? So they know they're creative. They know they want to get their art out there, but they don't know how they could turn that into a profit, turn that into making money. What advice could you give to them?
Well, I talk to lots of artists out there who are afraid of marketing online, like I was in the past, because it's such a huge world to step into. The ones who are marketing online, good for them, and I bet they're doing well. I think artists should try to learn how to market their work online.
Right.
Because everywhere you go, people have a cell phone, an iPhone, they've got a computer, and it's amazing that, for example, for me, I tell somebody about it, and right away they're checking. Oh, yeah, they're looking at the site right on the spot. Some things I didn't even imagine happening about marketing online. I don't know. I think people are going to, okay, I'll check it later. I'll go home, or I'll check it next week. But I have this website up, and people are right now they're checking it out. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Amazing. It is the 21st century, and we have to take advantage of the ability that we have right now in the 21st century, not just as entrepreneurs, but as artists too. And if we can take advantage of that, we can see the same success that you're having right now. I want to reach out to you guys right now and say that if you do have art, and if you want a little bit of guidance, and if you want a little bit of help, go on Facebook and reach out to the Young Pro Show. Send a message to us, and we'll do what we can to see if we can help you out by bringing your products and bringing your art online and really taking advantage of the internet and the platform that we have. Because Curtis, you're reaping the benefits. There are artists all around the world who are reaping the benefits of using internet and technology for their art, and all of you should be too. So Curtis, my last question for you really is who is one person that you would recommend to the show? And why? Why would you recommend them?
My friend Nikita, who helped me with the financial side, planning for selling my earrings, making deals, calculating my costs. She's great help.
Awesome.
And she's studying business at Algonquin, where I am. I think this would be a good way to market herself, and
perfect.
She'd be a great part for young pros to
bring more value to the young people around the world. Awesome. Well, we look forward to having Nikita on the show. Curtis, thank you so much for coming on the show today. It was an absolute pleasure to have you. I know there are people out there that are watching that have been waiting for you to get on the show and share some value about your tips on creativity, your tips on art, and your tips on bringing your art to the marketplace and to the online world. Is there any closing words that you want to leave with the members that are watching today?
I'm really happy I came to the Young Pros group. It was awesome catalyst for my business, for my art.
Okay. Well, guys, you heard it here today. Thank you again for tuning into the Young Pro Show. If you would want a pair of these beautiful origami earrings, you can go on foldedgems.com, right?
Yes.
foldedgems.com. That's foldedgems.com. Go check them out. They're absolutely amazing. I just got one from my mom for her birthday, and she loved it. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. Remember to subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and tune in to the next episode on The Young Pro Show. Take care, and I'll see you next time.